Greetings YouTube and welcome back to another video. So yeah, I'm back, and to be honest with you, I didn't think I would be back today, but I'm finally sorting out my new computer. So today I thought I would do a quick vlog, though to be honest with you, I don't even know whether it be click or quick. Where the hell did click come from? You know me by now. Unprepared nonsense, though I did write a few notes. So anyway, how is everyone doing? So yeah, I'll be talking a little bit about my new computer, which is a Windows 11. So yeah, this is the first computer my first new computer that I've had in 6 years, because the other computer I was using, which was an iMac, was on its last legs, and in the last couple of months, more so in the last weeks, it was running really slowly, and it was causing me a massive headache. It was getting to the point where doing simple tasks was just near enough impossible. I was amazed that the last video I didn't absolutely kill the computer, because I thought it would have. Because I've also done updates on there, and every time I tried doing an update, it just crashed. And I was like, enough's enough, I need to go and replace a new computer, and I have done. So yeah, I've decided to install OBS, and I'm still getting to grips with it. So if there's anything, if any of you have used OBS, what improvements do you think I could make? Because I'm still getting used to it, and hopefully this video has recorded, or is recorded as well as I hope. Hope it's recorded as well as I would like it, but I'm not expecting it to be plain sailing, because yeah, I'm new to OBS, and I just keep looking down because I've wrote a couple of notes down. So yeah, so that's all I can really say about the new computer. I'm still getting to grips with OBS. But yeah, I'm back to Windows. It's the first Windows computer I've had since 2017. But yeah, and the last one it was Windows 7. So I completely missed out on Windows 10. But Windows 11 isn't causing me too much of an issue. So the reason why I'm saying it's not causing me too much of an issue is because I'm surprised myself. I've actually remembered a few things from Windows, but it's not just that, it's because it's I find it easier to use than an Apple computer, considering I use an Apple computer in work for what I do. But I've decided to go back to Windows because I've missed it. So yeah, that's all I can really say about that. So I'm really happy to have the new computer up and running. I still have a few things to install on it, but for the most part, I've got what I need. So yeah. So anyway, what else shall we be talking about today? Got a little bit of an itch there. So yeah, we'll talk about the football. And my God, has this week been a massive headache for the wrong reasons, shall I say? Sorry about that. I know we're in spring now. Me allergies are starting to flare up a little bit, but it is what it is. So anyway, we'll talk about the football, and it's a bloody mess. There's no two ways about it. So yeah, of course, I will talk about the Liverpool and Arsenal game. But before we talk about that, I want to go and talk about another game of football, and probably one of the most, if not one of the most rigged games I've ever seen. And yeah, what the hell's going on with the lighting? I'm still getting used to OBS. The lighting's a bit weird. I might have to adjust it next time. And it looks like, for whatever reason, it looks like I've got a massive dint in my head because of the sunlight trying to shine through the back of the door. So it's caused a bit of a reflection. And it looks like there's a chunk of my head missing, but I'll figure that out. But as I say, it's the first time me using this. Let's cut to the chase. So yeah, one of the most rigged games, if not the most rigged game of football that I've seen, was Tottenham Hotspur versus Brighton and Hove Albion at White Hart Lane. And Brighton should have got something out of it. They should have. And the reason why they didn't is because of the poor VAR decisions going against them. And a quick sip of my drink. And because of that, it could cost Brighton a place in European football. And they deserve it. They really deserve European football for what they have done. They have been absolutely superb. But they've not got the results they want because VAR likes to interfere in them. And one of the reasons, and one of the theories that I have is that they don't want a team who has never played in Europe before to qualify for like the Champions League or the Europa League. They're just trying to fix it in a way that it's the same teams every year getting the same, finishing in the same spots. I mean, Chelsea won't, and I don't think Liverpool will. But they're trying to rob Brighton a place of European football, which they thoroughly deserve because they've been fantastic. But they're like, oh no, we can't have another team trying to compete. And I'm worried they're trying to do the same with Newcastle as well because they're having a really good season. Yeah, they're trying to do everything so that was Spurs finishing in the top four, despite them not really deserving it. I mean, they deserve it more than Liverpool, but they have been absolutely terrible. And because of that, Spurs won the game, which really they shouldn't have. I mean, a draw for them would have been the best outcome. But we'll get to we'll talk about the decisions. Yeah, one of them was an apparent handball, but there was no handball, so it didn't even touch the player's hand or anything. I'm trying to think which player it was. It was either McAllister or Matoma. But yeah, it hit his shoulder. Yeah, his shoulder here. And guess what? They claimed that to be a handball. I mean, hello? How the hell can your shoulder have an arm, have a hand sticking out of it? That is not... It's not a handball at all. And yeah, he said it would touch his shoulder. And he controlled it with his hand. He didn't move his hand at all. His hand was all the way down where it should be. And he couldn't do anything about it. And to me, it looked like it was a regular goal. It looked legitimate to me. And then Brighton themselves should have had the penalty, but for whatever reason, the VAR's like, no. And then the officials take the VAR's word for it. And that's really it. It's just absolutely disgraceful. Yeah, and they should have had the penalty as well. But again, it's the third time this year that the officials of VAR have robbed Brighton of valuable points. And because of that, they'll most likely not get European football. They deserve it. They've been absolutely brilliant. But the interference with VAR and the officials is making that is ruining the season. It really is. But it doesn't just go for Brighton. It goes for every single team. I know Tottenham. You'd be like, yeah, we've got the 3 points, but that's not the point. If you want 3 points, play well. But nowadays, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how you play. VAR is going to play a massive... Well, VAR does play a massive role in it. And it's the useless cunts who don't even know how to use it. They're abusing it. And as far as I'm concerned, a lot of games that have involved VAR, I believe there's call it what it is. It's match fixing. It is. They are rigging games so they want certain teams to finish above others when you don't deserve to. They'll do it to every team, and they have decisions that are just so bad. I mean, Mitrovic gets an 8-match ban for barely shoving the referee. And then, I can't remember which player it was for United. I think Casemiro, he does something worse, but only gets 4-match ban. But I'm noticing, yeah, smaller clubs are getting penalised more than the big teams. And it's not the big teams' fault because they don't have to do anything because referees and all that lot are just interfering. Yeah, so they'll show favouritism towards Manchester United, Liverpool, Tottenham, Man City. But yeah, if you're a club like Fulham who are doing well, who are doing much better than you expect, but they don't want teams like that to be successful. They just want it to be the same boring teams over and over again, and I'm sick of it. I really, really am. Yeah, it's getting to the point where match fixing is just it's just ruining the game of football. I don't even know if I want to continue watching Liverpool recently. I just don't even know. But I mean, I will talk about the Liverpool game now because we played Arsenal. We played Arsenal yesterday, and it finished. Sorry about that. Sorry, got an itch. But yeah, we were losing 2-0. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse in the first half because we were absolutely abysmal. Van Dijk, he's had long enough to. Van Dijk. I know he's had that bad injury from Pickford, but you would think that he would up his game and since he's come back, he hasn't really upped his game at all. He's just making silly mistakes over and over again. And to think that Van Dijk was one of the best, if not the best, defender in the Premier League at one point, is now deciding that he wants to be one of the worst. And I don't understand why. He isn't the worst Liverpool player this season, far from it. The worst, I think, has been Trent Alexander-Arnold. However, he somehow redeemed himself yesterday. I don't even know how. Because Liverpool in the second half, we punished Arsenal for them wasting their opportunities in the first half. They could have absolutely battered us in the first half, but we made them pay for it. Yeah, so yeah, we had I know Mohamed Salah scored. Yeah, he scored. Then we go and get a penalty. Salah completely misses the penalty. When it comes to scoring normal goals, Salah isn't too bad, though he hasn't been as good as he has been in recent. He hasn't been as good as he has been in the past, but yeah, he's starting to play a lot better now than what he did. Still improvement, but for goodness sake, improve on your penalties because that was just absolutely awful. He just completely missed it. Yeah, he was too quick. I know he was wanting to try and get it past Ramsdale, but he got too confident and the ball he just veered to the left. And I'd be absolutely furious if I missed the penalty myself, but I don't know. Sal was laughing about it. I wouldn't laugh at all because that could have costed Liverpool some points. But yeah. And then Trent Alexander-Arnold shows us what he's capable of, and by a fantastic assist to Roberto Firmino. Yeah, he likes to score against Arsenal. Where the hell have you been all season, Trent? This is what Liverpool fans like myself want to see. This is the type of player that you're normally supposed to be. Where the hell have you been all season? Because I found out there's something about Trent. Going forward, he's absolutely fantastic. It's just that he can't defend him there. I think that Jurgen should move him forward into a winger, move him into the midfield and see how that does. Because it's clear that Trent wants Don't think Trent wants to be a right back. I think he wants to be like a right midfielder. Because it shows you what he can do when he's in those sorts of positions. Because defensively, he is absolutely useless. Yeah, as I say, I either move him forward or just sell him because he's just been far too inconsistent. But as I say, I'm happy for him for once, but he still has to improve. He really, really does. And because, as I say, it was a game that Arsenal could have won, and also a game that Liverpool could have won as well. But I'll be back in just a sec. Sorry about that little jump cut. I just had to wipe my eyes because they were starting to stream a bit because of like hay fever. But anyway, Liverpool got a point, which you know what I'm very happy about because I for sure thought we were going to lose today. I really did, particularly the way we were playing in the first half because that was just that was appalling, like we have been all year. But as I say, Arsenal have dropped some points. Had they beaten us, they would have gone a lot. They would have had more points and put more pressure on Man City. And Arsenal have to play City again at the Etihad. I have a feeling that Arsenal might lose that game, but as long as they concentrate on the other games and win them, they could be on to win the first league title since the invincible season of 2004. Because, as I say, it would be nice to see Arsenal win the league because most football fans, except for City fans, are sick of them winning the league back to back. But if City do win the league, then well, congrats to them, I suppose. But even if Arsenal finish second, it's been a phenomenal season for them because most people were hoping that Arsenal would just about get into the top four. They've already done it. So now we shall see until the end of the campaign who will be the Premier League champions. I mean, it won't be Liverpool. I mean, I will do a vlog in the future where I look back at my old Premier League predictions because I did one at the beginning of the campaign and oh dear, I caught quite a few teams wrong and I'm not happy. Well, I'm a little bit stunned about where I put Liverpool. I know I'm gonna. It's embarrassing. It really is. But again, speaking of controversy, there was a few things that happened in the Liverpool game as well. A few talking points as well. Like Granit Xhaka. I mean, yeah, I understand that Trent Alexander-Arnold might have provoked him, but you don't square up. You don't just randomly square up to players because you disagree with what they did. I don't know why he had a lapse in self-control because he has been absolutely phenomenal for Arsenal. And then he lets himself down by being an absolute prick when it's unnecessary. Just play the game of football. And he's been one of their best players. And Arsenal cannot afford to lose a player like him due to him being sent off and having a 3-match ban. And then, but yeah, the biggest talking point, which I know has been a room for discussion amongst the football pundits, and it was the linesman elbowing Andy Robertson for Andy Robertson though. And yeah, I had a look. Yeah, the ref. I mean, fair enough. I get that. Yeah, maybe Robertson was giving him an earful, maybe, but that does not mean that you have to like elbow him in the face. I mean, you're a professional. Act like one. I know it's these people who think that they can get away with it because the officials it's like as if they could get away with things that footballers can't. And then after the game, Roy Keane was calling, he was calling Andy Robertson a crybaby. But I bet you, Roy, if the linesman would elbow you, you'd probably twat him, wouldn't you? Yeah, you probably would, because he has a right temperament on him. He has got a right temper. He really does, and he needs to sort himself out. But well, he doesn't have to. He's not even I mean, he doesn't have to sort himself out on the pitch because he's retired. But I mean, you're a pundit, and as he says, it's your job. Yeah, and ironic, isn't it? I mean, but come on, I know. It's funny how he just says that. Oh yeah, he's a crybaby because he got elbowed. You probably throw your toys out the pram yourself. So how about that? It's always the way. It's the ones who call others a crybaby. The don't know. Something must have triggered them. Yeah. Did a nerve go off in his body or something? Because he was like absolutely ridiculous. He was just going on absolute nonsense. But it's his opinion. But like I say, there's better ways to go about it. You know, just because you've retired doesn't mean that you have control what goes on in the football. So that's really it. And yeah, it's doing me head in this. Bloody hay fever thing. But I mean, it is what it is. And yeah, that's all I can really say about the football. But well, actually no, there isn't, because of the VAR incidents and all that lot. Because of it, they should just scrap it all together, because it's obvious that these officials and linesmen and all them, they're just going to keep making these silly mistakes over and over again. They will not learn from them. But instead of learning from the mistakes, they blame everyone else for it, because they think that they're above and beyond everyone else. They really do. They think they're better than everyone else, when they're not. They're humans like us, except most decent human beings would apologise for their mistakes and all that lot. But speaking of apologies, yeah, the Brighton game, they apologised for making the mistakes that they did. Well, it's too fucking late. What's done has been done. And yeah, I had considered doing a longer vlog, but considering I haven't used OBS before, I'd far just do a short one. And anyway, I think I will leave it till next time. I still need to get to grips with it. So until then, I hope you all have a good day. Take care.